There's a world out there, a world waiting for you. Waiting to be explored. Waiting for you to leave your mark. Question is, are you ready for takeoff? To see places you never imagined. We fly so you can touch the sky. Captain Flacco invites you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the views as we take the skies. Welcome to That Flight Sim channel. As always, happy flying.
Alrighty, what's going on, fellow simmers and watchers alike? Welcome to our next leg of this 22-leg cross-country series. As today, as you can see, we are changing things up a bit. Captain Flacco and myself are in the Phenom 100, made by Cockspur. Captain Flacco, if you're there, give us a warm hello.
Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to That Flight Sim channel once again. Thanks for tuning in. Anthony, what's going on, man? Appreciate you tuning in early, and everybody else that's slowly coming in. But yeah, like Captain Gonzo said, today's flight is going to be performed in the Cockspur Phenom 100, which this plane is kind and dear to both of us, as we both have worked on this plane, building it, seeing it fly, and all that stuff. So yeah, we're gonna be having a little fun in the Phenom 100 today.
Absolutely, yep. As you guys can heard, yep, just piggybacking off of what Flacco said, we've both had many hours putting these airplanes together, and I'm a huge fan of the Embraer lineups, particularly the 100. It definitely bridges the gap between people that are trying to transition over to a light jet that they can operate as a single pilot and not having to worry about finding another pilot to fly with you. So yeah, this the Phenom 100 is very, very hot in the market, very, very known, has an amazing safety reputation amongst all the other jets in this category, and we're happy that we can see it and see what Cockspur did to bring it to the simulator. So if you guys haven't checked it out or you guys are not familiar, definitely we highly recommend this payware add-on from Cockspur again, and it is the Phenom 100. And yeah, we'll be taking a look inside here shortly, so you guys can check out the cockpit and see all the nice little details. But so right now, for those guys watching on my end, I'm just doing like a quick hover around like in the drone camera, just showing you all the little details that this airplane comes with. You can see all the static element, chocks, GPU, engine covers, cargo doors, and again, all developed and modeled by Cockspur. So amazing stuff. So Flacco, I'll pass it over to you, and yeah.
Like Captain Gonzo was saying, Cockspur did a really good job, like adding all these little like details, like the chocks, the GPU cart, you know, attached to the plane, the engine covers, the pitot tube covers, you know, everything from like even the baggage door and stuff like that. So they modeled it really nicely. Again, I get to look at these planes every single day, so I noticed the little details that they've added. And stuff like that. And then shout out to the person that made this. I forgot the name, to be honest, but the person that made this livery, the EX model, which is our latest Phenom 100 model, that's coming out. You know, it's come up with a bunch of upgrades compared to the previous versions of the Phenom 100. But yeah, they did the livery just like this. I literally have one of these. I literally took a picture with my fam today in this same livery. So yeah, I get to look at this livery and plane every single day. We're at work, but yeah, from here I think we're pretty much ready to get the show on the road, not on the boat. Oh, Anthony says, what's up? He says, what are your thoughts on the CE510 Cessna Citation Mustang? Yeah, I'll let you answer that one.
Yeah. So Anthony, if you're listening, yeah, Flacco, the CE510 or the 510, the Mustang is the pretty much what Cessna introduced as kind of like the same thing as a Phenom 100, right? And it's been in the market for years. So Cockspur also developed it. Now, what I can say from my personal experience, I used it for maybe a couple hours. The first thing that I noticed on the simulator, it is very, very heavy on the frame rates. So you have to make sure that you have a good system in terms of hardware, a good processor, good graphics card, because right now I'm running a AMD 7950 X3D. I've got a NVIDIA RTX 4080. Plenty of RAM, plenty of storage, and that plane, for whatever reason, was just causing my frames to drop significantly. So besides that, I think they did a great job modeling it and showing how the aircraft handles and how it looks. I think it was a great product overall. But again, just a little side note, it's pretty intense on the frame rates. And again, that could have been just something on my end, but that's the only thing that I can remember from that aircraft. But other than that, very great model, beautiful aircraft. I loved seeing them on the ramp when I used to work there. Pretty cool jets, and the same thing. They're single pilot friendly. You don't have to have a second pilot in there, and another very, very, I guess you could say, comparable product to this Phenom 100.
Nice. I didn't even know that they had something like that in the market to compete with the 100. You know, the 100 is considered a VLJ, a very light jet, and kind of like an entry-level jet. So for those people coming out of, you know, like a turboprop or something like that, and they want to get into the jet world, like these are the jets to get into, the price point and stuff like that. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm not surprised that there's more competition for it, you know, like, out there. But yeah, this is Embraer's version of it, you know, of the VLJ. And here I'm gonna walk you guys. I'm looking at the interior of the aircraft, Gonzo, on my end.
Copy.
So as you guys can see, 4 seats in the PAX cabin here. This is one of the configurations. They have different configurations depending on what the customer wants. But yeah, it's not a very big jet. You know, it's very, very compact, very small, but it gets you where you need to go in a very luxurious way, to be honest. If you click here, here's your doors to open the lavatory. Let me see if I can work myself in here. There you go. And there's the toilet. So yeah, this aircraft does include a toilet. That's one of the nicer options for this aircraft here. Behind this here, in real life, you would have your aft rack, or what we call your electronic rack back here. All your stuff as avionics equipment is behind this wall here. So we open and close this wall a lot when we build this. And yeah, pretty much you have options to get a sink and stuff like that here. But yeah, if you're going to use the bathroom, you just go ahead and close the door.
And I got to say, Flacco, one of the things that you just mentioned that Embraer has a leg up on the competition It's that fact that there's an actual lav back there. A lot of the other products, especially from Cessna, like the Mustang and their other older jets in the same category, they've got what's known as the honey bucket, which, as you can imagine, is just a little portable, little porta-john. And once the aircraft needs to be serviced, that has to be extracted and dropped out. But you don't have the same room like you do here on the Phenom 100.
Nice. That's awesome. That's good to know. See, I didn't know those things. So yeah, so working our way back over, you got tables here. I don't think they're modeled to open here, but these flip out, and then you have a table that can be shared between these two seats. Same on this side, table. You have lights up here. I don't even know why it gives you options, but your E-door. And yeah, pretty much this is here. You have like a little type of galley. This slides up. You have, you know, like little things you can stow away in here. Different configurations, like I said. Here you can also close the door if you click on the handle down here. We're going to go ahead and close the door because we're going to start firing this bad boy up. And then here, let me give you guys a view of the cockpit. So it uses a G3000. This one here doesn't have the GTCs modeled in, which is nice. Our newest ones have them, and it's pretty cool. You get a lot of options. But yeah, pretty nice. It's compact. Like Gonzo said, you can fly this with one person, one certified pilot. And pretty much it. You got a little curtain here, but I don't know if this is modeled. I don't think it is. No. But yeah, there's a little curtain here, but pretty much it. In the Cockspur, you get the little checklist here. If you want to do like run the checklist, and then you have your equipment that you can kind of come in and out. Anthony says luggage compartment. Yeah, the luggage compartment is outside. So let me show you. And you got your forward nose baggage compartment here to store a few things, and then you have one in the aft as well. And one of the things that Embraer does, you know, harp on is that how much luggage space you get on this small jet. So it is pretty spacious for the size of this jet. But yeah, so anyways, let's go into the cockpit. Let's close our cargo doors.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and remove our covers. And then let's put this checklist away for now. And then Captain Gonzo will walk us through the startup of the Phenom 100, and then we'll get on our way. This leg is going to be from, I don't know, excuse my French here. I don't know if I'm saying it right. Beaufort. We're going to go Beaufort to Brunswick, Georgia. So Beaufort is South Carolina, right at the line of, right next to Savannah, pretty much. But we're going to be taking off from here and heading over to Brunswick, Georgia. Short leg. It should only be about a 30-minute flight in the air. Block to block, about 55 minutes. So, all right, with that being said, Gonzo, take it away.
Alrighty, man. So, yep, as you guys heard Captain Flacco say, we've gone ahead and cleaned up the bird and taken off chocks, closed off the forward and aft luggage. Static wicks are removed, engine covers are removed, and we'll just take a quick view on the outside, verify everything looks good. We still have the GPU, which obviously we'll want. It's going to help us preserve battery life on the startup, but just keep in mind that these aircraft are more than capable on starting on their own if a GPU is not available. But whenever they're available, we like to use it. So let's go ahead and look on the left electrical panel. And we're going to go ahead and turn on our batteries, which are battery 1 and 2. There we go. You can see our avionics, our PFDs, and our MFD coming to life. I'm going to go ahead on the MFD and clear those messages. We're going to 8HAR is doing its alignment, so we're not going to be moving. That's good. Okay. And now, Flacco, you can see your GPU button saying available. Let's go ahead and press that. And that'll close the circuit and enable us to draw power from that GPU. Rest in peace.
That, baby.
Yep, rest in peace to that fly. Oh, I love it. Our live streams always fails. Yep, it always includes the death of a fly or two, so.
Oh man.
Okay.
Beautiful.
So let's go ahead and take a look. I'm going to go ahead and set that bus tie to auto. And
to auto?
Yep, I'm going to throw generators 1 and 2 into auto as well, because we'll need that once the engines are running. Then work your way back to the oxygen panel right there. Let's go ahead and set it to PAX Auto. And then we're going to press the button, and you should hear an audible oxygen. There we go. Okay. Oxygen's all good.
Anthony's asking, is the market price for this fair? Now, Anthony, are you asking about on the sim if the market price for the aircraft in the sim is fair, or in real life if the price for this jet in real life? Let me know. Go ahead, Gonzo.
Yes, sir. All right. While we're here, I'm gonna go ahead and turn on my nav light, which is on the overhead panel. Get it on. I'm gonna get some inside cabin lighting by using those rotary knobs and stuff like that, just to get some good lighting. There we go. Okay, let's work our way down to where the yoke is at, and you can hide it. And we're gonna go to our fuel panel. We're gonna throw that into auto. I'm gonna set my passenger signs to belts. I'm gonna go ahead and throw that ELT switch into the middle position for armed. I'm gonna go ahead and get my hydraulic pump to auto.
Set.
Then our ADS AOA, which is, I believe that is for the angle of attack vane and all that, so that we, get good data and stuff like that. I'm gonna go ahead and throw that to auto.
Yep. So for those not knowing what that is, I'm gonna go outside real quick, and it's this sensor right here. Oh, I'm going a little fast, but let me zoom in. It's right outside the door. Angle of attack. So this thing actually spins freely, guys. That's part of our checks. Make sure that it spins freely. So as the aircraft is moving in the air, this probe here pretty much tells the computers inside what the angle of attack is. So it's pretty interesting how it works. And it's pretty cool because when I first learned about it, I was like, why is this thing spinning? I thought it was supposed to be fixed, but it's actually supposed to spin like that. And Anthony said in real life, so the real life price on this, compared to like the other jets, it is pretty fair. We get a bunch of orders. I mean, we build, I want to say about 1 or 2 a month that come through flight prep. So I want to say we build about close to 20, almost 20 Phenom 100s a year. So it's pretty popular, man. Contrary to the belief, a lot of people do buy these jets. And most of these are private owners, not even like air share or anything like that. It's really privately owned planes. So yeah.
Awesome. All right, let's go ahead and let's continue back with our flows. So now I'm going to work my way over to the right panel behind where the co-pilot would sit, and I'm going to set my pressurization switch to auto. I'm going to set that bleed rotary dial to both. And then for your air conditioning, you can keep it on the cockpit fan however you want. You probably set it to medium right now. And I'm going to set the mode to auto as well. And you can hear the AC flowing, which is pretty cool. I like how they pay attention to little details like that, man. It just makes the experience all that much more immersive. And then I'm going to walk my way over to the last panel on the right, underneath the right PFD, and you see is your test panel, and you're going to have your annunciator, your fire, and your stall protection. So I'm going to go ahead and test all those right now, starting from the top. I've got lights on. I'm going to check my fire.
Fire.
Yep.
Sweet.
Stall.
Yep. Stall pusher looks like it's working.
Stall.
Perfect.
Fire. Stall. Fire. Stall.
There we go.
All
And
right.
click them again. Make sure that they go quiet so that they don't keep bothering us. All right. So at this point, we've set up everything. Hydraulics are on. We've got fuel pumps going. Everything's ready to go. So go ahead, verify your parking brake is on.
Set.
And then I'm going to go ahead and commence with my left engine, which is going to be here on the throttle quadrant, just forward of it. And I'm going to go ahead and start my number 1 engine by placing it into run, and then I'm going to flick it over to the right to start. And then what we're going to pay attention to is the engine instrument systems here, and we're looking for a rise in N2. Once I see the N2 flowing, I'm going to go back here to the ignition and throw it into on. And there we go. Engine 1 is coming to life.
All right. Beautiful.
Yep, good oil pressure, good oil temperature. Right now I'm getting a CAS warning that my Gen 2 is off right now, but it's because we haven't fired up the second engine. So
Correct. Yep.
all right, now I'm going to go ahead and place that engine ignition switch on the left to auto, and then I'm going to go ahead and start number 2 engine. Take a look outside. Looks like we're clear. All right, firing up number 2.
Yo, Kai, saw dude. What's up, bro? All right.
All right, engine 2's kicking off just fine.
All right, engine 2 is alive. That Gen 2 bus went away. Perfect.
Yep, setting my ignition to auto. And then while we're here, I'm going to go ahead and start setting my flaps in for takeoff. I'm going to put them at flaps 1.
Same, flaps 1.
I'm going to re-enable my yoke. I'm going to do a quick flight controls check here. So I'm just going to pull back on the yoke. Make sure I've got good elevator movement. I'm going to check my ailerons. Left, right. Rudder pedals feel good. Okay, and before we cause any damage, let's go ahead and disconnect the GPU. So go ahead back to your electrical panel. We're going to switch that. It should show available. And then let's bring out that checklist document that the aircraft comes with, and let's remove that GPU.
Okay, GPU is removed.
Yep.
We're going to go ahead and pull chocks. Put this checklist away. Beautiful.
Okay. And then now, I am going to pass it over to you, Flacco, to show us how to get that flight plan loaded up into the G3000 suite here.
Sweet. All right, so let's get to our MFD. So I like to do my little views here. I think it's Control-Shift-4 will bring your center. And then if you move your mouse a little downward, zoom in, and then you got your screen there, full screen.
Yep.
All right, so let's go to flight plan, FPL.
Copy.
Now, if you scroll on your FMS at the bottom,
Yep.
see, it's a little tricky. You get two kind of scroll buttons. I believe, yes, it is the bottom one, you know, the bigger one, the bigger knob. Click
Yep.
it once, and a little menu will pop up, and then you want to go to flight plan catalog.
Got it.
Again, it's a little tricky with these arrows. I'm trying to get it to work, but
Okay. I am in there.
man, my timing is off. Okay, that's where I need to be, right there. Okay. Flight plan catalog. So it should pop up your little flight plan catalog.
Yeah.
Yep. KARW to KSSI. Perfect. So you want to scroll down. You want to push the knob down, and it should highlight it.
Yep.
And then you're going to go look at the bottom of your PFD, and you'll see it says activate. Go ahead and activate. It's going to ask you activate SimBrief flight plan, and you're going to hit enter in the PFD on the right-hand side, the ENT button.
Beautiful.
And it'll say importing.
Yep. I'm all set.
And yep. And pretty much that's it, guys. All we did was create a flight plan through SimBrief. We had already pre-set up this aircraft with our SimBrief account and stuff like that, so we can import the flight plans directly to the aircraft without having to do anything crazy. As you guys saw, it was already loaded there, and that's it. You activate it, and whatever you created in SimBrief, it's gonna put it in here. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Once we get closer to our destination, we'll set up it's gonna be an RNAV approach to runway, I believe it was 22. So once we get closer, we'll load that in and get going. According to our SimBrief flight plan, let's see, we're gonna be climbing to 20,000 feet. So let's go ahead and just preset our altitude to 20,000.
Copy.
So altitude select here. Scroll out a little bit. Oop.
Oh, and while you're here, let's go ahead and don't forget to press that B key to set your altimeter.
Yep, very good call. Proud to be a virtual passenger. Hey, that's what's up, Anthony. Appreciate you. Mark Rodriguez, thanks for tuning in, bro. Appreciate you. Don, Ezequiel, appreciate you guys. All right, so set this to 20,000. As you guys can see on my left screen, on the bottom of my screen there, On the left, you'll see the altitude. We're going to preset it to 2,000. And yeah, pretty much ready to go, man. Just let's turn on our lights. So set this to taxi.
Yep.
Taxi lights on, strobe lights on. And we're going to be taking off. Let's see where we got to go. All right, so I'll take lead since the runway's here to our right. So parking brakes released. So let's take a look down here. Parking brakes released.
Okay.
Take a look outside. There we are. Beautiful Phenom 100. So here we go, guys.
I just had a catering truck go right through the fuselage of Flacco, so no worries. It looks like he's still intact, ready to go. Just going to show the durability and strength of Embraer's products.
Absolutely. So a little note that I did notice was this tower here right in the middle of the taxiway. So just, be cautious when taxiing.
Copy that.
So for those that don't know, NOTAM is a notice to airmen. This is something that you'll pull up while you're, setting up your flight plan and all that stuff. Pretty much airports telling you, hey, look out for these things. Sometimes you'll have a notice like, hey, runway such and such is closed for today, only used for departures or something like that. So always good to look at those. So we're just kind of having fun here and saying that we read the notice to airmen there that there is a tower there in the middle of the taxiway. All right, look left, clear right. Or we're going to turn here right, and then we'll turn around at the end of the runway.
Sounds good. Yeah, it looks like winds are relatively calm anyway, so it looks like a good way to depart.
All right, let's see if we can pull off this little turn here. Guys, if Beyond ATC comes out soon, it's going to change how we do these flights, because then we're going to have air traffic control giving us directions and all kinds of stuff. So it's going to be a lot more interactive. So can't wait for that to come out for sure.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that as well, because for those of you that are in the sim community, you know that if you want a real life experience with ATC, then you have to get on VATSIM, where you're actually talking to a real life controller behind the screen, and they control the airspace. But Beyond ATC, with their premium packages and all that, they include even different accents for whatever region you're in of the country or whatever in the world you're at. So it's going to be very, very intuitive, very interactive, and yeah, like Flacco said, it's going to completely change and revolutionize how we do these videos, because it's going to add another level of immersion that we've never seen before. So definitely check it out on YouTube. They've got some great previews and stuff like that. But with that being said, Flacco, I am ready behind you on your right wing. Landing lights are on, everything's set. I'm ready to go when you are.
Roger that. Let me just switch over my lights. Landing lights set. Good. Take a look outside. Beautiful. All right, guys. One last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the heading bug so it matches our runway heading as soon as we take off. That way, when we set the autopilot, we get a nice control level climb, and then we'll set the autopilot to nav and follow the flight plan. So, all right, guys, here we go. Taking off in 3, 2, 1. Introducing power. And here we go. rotating. It's a short runway.
Yep.
Beautiful. All right, positive rate, gear up. All right, setting up my autopilot up.
Okay.
Autopilot is on. Putting to heading mode. Beautiful, aircraft is climbing. Everything seems normal. So take a look at your your PFD, and change your CDI to GPS.
Got it.
And now go ahead and turn on that nav button.
Yep.
Oh, forgot to take it out of heading. Sorry.
Yep, I am below you right now. I stood a little bit low, but I am turning to intercept that magenta line.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and use heading mode to turn to intercept the magenta line as well.
Copy. And I'm establishing a climb at 240 knots using that flight level change.
Copy. Gonna reduce power here. Flaps up. Flight level change. And at what speed did you set it to?
I am climbing at 240 knots, but it's a pretty shallow ascent, so I think I'm gonna change that.
Yeah, I'm doing 169 right now, and it's climbing at 2850.
Okay.
I'm gonna actually increase that speed to about 180.
Yeah. I'm switching over to vertical speed mode, and I'm gonna let it do that better.
All right, there we go. All right, let's see if this thing will take the GPS now.
Yep, I'm established on that line.
All right, so mine's is showing GPS. Let's see if it does the correction, and there it is. Beautiful. All right. So a quick little tip here, guys. If at first you don't succeed with switching over to nav, and it still kind of stays in heading mode, use your heading bug to intercept the line. Sometimes the autopilot won't, automatically send you over to that magenta line. So kind of use the heading mode to get yourself over to the magenta line. And then once you're close, switch it over back to GPS and it should pick it up. All right, so passing 9,400 feet, climbing at 180 knots. At 180 knots, I'm getting about 2,500 feet per minute. So pretty good rate right there.
Copy.
No cast messages. Pretty good. Looking good. Gonna go ahead. We passed 10,000 feet, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn off my landing lights. Landing lights off. Perfect. Let's take a look outside. Nice. It's gonna be a nice little flight, because the sun's coming down, so maybe by the time we get to the Brunswick area, the sun has gone down, and we'll get a little bit of some airport lighting. Be nice.
Yep, and Flacco, just for orientation, I'm at 12 to 1 o'clock low. In front of you, maybe a mile or two. You should see my lights.
Let's take a look. Yep, copy. Gotcha.
Yep, so I'm increasing my rate of climb to 3,000 feet a minute, so I'll slow down a bit and you should be catching up to me.
Sounds good.
Alright, 10,000 feet, landing lights coming off. Let's keep everything on. Let me check on my passengers back there. Yep. Oh, that's cool. They even got the cabin ambient lighting you can turn on and off, and it looks great.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. That's cool. Yeah. Put it full bright. See what that looks like.
Yeah.
Nice. That is pretty cool. So we can actually like sit back here.
Yep.
Look out the wing. If you press Control Shift 2, it'll take you right to the L2 seat.
Yep. I'm sitting on the E-door seat, taking a look out the right wing.
If you even do Control Shift 3, you can go ahead and take care of business in the lavatory.
Yeah, this is awesome.
That's nice.
Oh, there we go. So the little overhead lights on each passenger seat, if you just use your scroll wheel up and down, you'll see them come on and off.
Oh, there we go. That's cool.
Wow. Yeah, just those little details, guys. Once again, that just make this experience even more fun. I mean, look at this. We're literally sitting back here like if we're passengers on our own private little jet. Except in real life, Flacco and I will be flying it.
Indeed.
All right, let's get back in the captain's seat here.
All right. So, guys, this flight plan is pretty basic. Not much to it. It's almost a pretty much straight shot into Brunswick. Our next waypoint is, what is that? Whoopie?
Yep.
Whoopie, and it's about 22 nautical miles. So it's a pretty short flight, but it should be pretty cool. Yo, Paul, what's up, man? Thanks for tuning in. Habib, thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you guys. Hope you guys are having a good one. Let's go ahead and put this on the outside. We're at 17,000 feet and climbing almost at 20,000 feet, which is our cruise altitude. And as you guys can see, I'm here, set my throttle to climb. Once we get to 20, we'll set this down to max cruise.
Yep, and don't forget, once we go through 18,000 feet, that's transition altitude, set your altimeters to standard. And I believe we can do that here by just pressing on the barrel button on the MFDs and the PFDs. And then your backup attitude indicator has the STD button, but it looks like it's not working, so let's see how we can figure this out.
At this point, we'd probably have like two F-16s on us from Shaw. We never changed our transponder.
Yeah, I set mine to altitude reporting, but yeah, we're still in VFR.
I didn't, but so yeah, definitely we have a company out here, but like Gonzo was saying, we can go ahead and switch our barometer to standard bar because we passed our transition altitude. And says Kai says, trying to follow you guys. Oh man, you should have let me know, man. I would have invited you to the group. I mean, I still can, so let me know. I can pause real quick and invite you to the group so we can see you.
All right, I am about to level off at 20,000 feet.
Yeah, I'm at 20. What's your speed?
Indicated 183, 184 climbing, and looks like ground speed of 284 knots.
Copy.
I'm going to start setting my power back to cruise.
I'm leaving my power up. I'm doing like 228 just so I can catch up to you, and then I'll come down to cruise.
Got it. There we go. She's capturing the altitude hold. Yeah, we've got a nice tailwind, man. We've got a 32 knot crosswind, or excuse me, a 12 knot crosswind, but a 32 up the old tailpipe. Not a bad flight at all. Let's see. Looks like outside air temperature is a chilly negative 25 degrees Celsius. Yikes.
Looks like I'm coming in hot here next to you.
Oh yeah. Look at that speed racer.
Let me just do the little escape button. I'm set at cruise. I'm at max cruise. Doing 250, 251. How about you?
Yeah, I'm barely in the 220, 230 range. So let me get back to max cruise. No worries if you do overtake.
Offsetting here.
Yeah.
Got that DRS set. Speaking of, shout out to our good friend Jonathan out there in Tokyo at the Japanese Grand Prix.
Oh yeah, he's living the dream of many of us, Suzuka circuit. So
Yeah. Absolutely.
all right,
Switching over to the next waypoint.
yes sir.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, it's beautiful.
There we go.
That looks awesome.
Take a little screenshot here for the gram. The through goes Hamilton. That's funny.
Let me get on the power a little bit, see if I can close that distance.
Yeah, looks like a max cruise. I'm at 262. Just barely climbing at 263.
Copy. I'm matching your speed now, so I'm going to try to get like a 5 to 10 knot overtake, and then I'll start retarding the power.
I heard what you said.
There we go. I'm catching up to you now. There we go. That looks pretty good.
Looks good to me.
Wow. So yeah, we're literally already over halfway over to our trip to down to Brunswick. So that's pretty cool.
All right, so let's go ahead and load in our approach.
Okay.
So Control Shift 4. Look down a little bit. So we're gonna go ahead and hit the PROC procedures.
Yep.
Select approach. I believe it's press enter.
Yep.
Yep. Press enter. Yep. So we're gonna do RNAV 22. So use the scroll wheel on the FMS.
Got it.
Let's see. Yep. There we go. Enter. And vectors.
Yeah. So we
No
can do.
vectors.
Yeah, we can do because all those three are. It's just asking if we want to set them as the initial approach fix.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, I guess we can do Nusi, which is the first one available.
Because I believe the flight plan's already taken us to down over to. You'll see. I'm gonna go ahead and. Oh, what did I do? I clicked the wrong thing. Whoops. I gotta do it all over again. Enter RNAV 22. No vectors. Scroll down. Oops, sorry. There we go. Down to load. Press enter. Alright, so let's see. Let's look at our map here. Scroll out. Zoom in. Okay, so looks good so far. All right, so how far are we? We're about 27 nautical miles to SSI. So I'm gonna go ahead and reduce power,
Yep.
and we're gonna go altitude select here. Get down to about 5,000 feet for now.
Yep.
All right, so reducing power. Flight level change. All right, so I set my flight level change to 264 knots.
Copy.
And my power, you know, I'm gonna go down to idle.
Yeah, same here. Because we're pretty
Let
close.
the plane, yeah, we're pretty close. Let the plane come down. I'm gonna set the altitude to 5,000 feet for now. Okay, cool.
I think the airport's right there.
Yeah, I see the lights flashing. Yeah, it's pretty
Yep.
short flight. That's it. Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so what we can do is kind of like fly over the field, then we can circle left over the water, over the Atlantic Ocean.
Yeah, I believe the flight plan should take us over,
Okay.
if I'm not mistaken. Let me check here. Flight plan, hide that. So,
Oh, don't forget to reset your altimeter by pressing B.
yes, sir. Thank you. All right, so you know what? I'm gonna go back to procedures. I'm gonna go select approach. Oh man, these arrows are tricky. There we go. Enter. RNAV 22. Enter.
Okay, so I
Position.
activated the approach, and yeah, the aircraft's already circling left over the Atlantic. And
So
then
which one did you do? Walmo?
I went with Ryza.
Ryza? Okay. All right. So I'm gonna enter Ryza. All right. Scroll down. Activate. Enter. Boom. Sweet. So it's looked like it's making us do like an S.
Yeah, I'm turning left right now, and it's going to continue like a nice little loop on a left-hand turn, and then it's going to set us up with that initial approach fix of Ryza.
Oh, okay. I see it.
I think I see you off in the distance there.
Beautiful. Yo, Nick, what's up, dude? Appreciate you tuning in. Things are great, bro. Hanging out here with Captain Gonzo, flying the Phenom 100s. Short little hop here into Brunswick.
Oh, okay, I see the flight plan now. It had us going out to Nusi, then Talk, and then into Ryza. But yeah, it's just trying to make a single continuous curve to line us with Ryza, but we'll keep it going.
Right.
All right, below 10,000, landing lights coming on.
Sweet.
I think I'm going to bring us down to about 2,000 feet or so. Let's see the charts. Let me see what it's showing for that RNF. We should have looked that up earlier. I completely forgot. Oh,
Yeah, it was so short. I think it's 2,000 feet at Ryza.
Yep, and then touchdown zone elevation is only 17 feet. So yeah, this airport's pretty much at mean sea level, so nothing crazy. But yeah, because we've already loaded the approach and activated, if you go to the MFD and press charts, the first approach plate that should show up is the RNAV approach, which is pretty cool.
Yes, sir. Yep. There's Ryza. Beautiful.
So go back.
And it kind of gives you where we are. So
Yeah.
zoom in here. This is what's pretty cool about getting SimBrief and Navigraph and all that set up. Shows you where you are in relation to the approach and all that. All right, so we're leveling off at 2,000 feet. I'm going to go ahead and keep it at idle. We're doing pretty good speed here.
Yeah, I see the airfield. We're lining up with the runway here shortly.
Nice, I'm good, bro. Start driving lessons in about 3 weeks' time. Sal waits till I'm 45 to decide she would like us to have one. To have a car. All good, bro. All good, bro. That's good, man. Happy for you guys. All right, so just about getting to Ryza. I wonder what's gonna make us do now. So
Yeah, in my case, it overshot the approach end of runway 22. So I'm gonna go ahead
I think, let's see. Yep, I think it's going to start a right-hand turn and loop around back over the water. Let me pick up. Yep, that's what it's going to do. So I'm going to pick up the power a little bit. It's pretty cool because it kind of like, it's going to line us up again. I'm going to pick up the speed here, keep it about 200 knots.
Yep, I think I see you back there. I think I'm stable here on this approach. I'm going to commit to the straight in for 2-2.
Oh, okay, yep, I see. Yep.
Just waiting for that speed to bleed off so I can start getting some flaps in. Okay, gear coming down. Yeah, and this bird likes to slow down pretty quick. I think we should be landing at like 78 to 80 knots, something like that. It's pretty crazy. Get those flaps in.
She likes pulling random crap like this on me. That's funny. Hey, Nick, have you played Rebirth Island? Have you been on that? I haven't, to be honest. I've meant to, but I haven't. All right, guys, those following on my end, we're just looping back around. Let's take a look here so you guys can see what's going on. So you see here, it's looping us back around, and we're going to go right through Riza again, and it should put us right into a straight-in approach into runway 22. So pretty cool how it works that way. Bring the speed down a little bit.
Yeah, this is a cool little approach, man.
Yeah, right, like where the airport is situated around the water, you know, like in these little areas there.
Yeah, and as you guys can see on my end, this plane flies very smoothly. Easy to maintain that approach path. Look at that, 97 knots. Let's clear these trees.
All right. I'm making my left turn here. Beautiful. Love when these things work out.
I know.
Of course, you get the infamous trees right before the runway in
Yep.
MSFS. All right.
Not gonna lie, that's probably the smoothest landing I've ever had on this plane, man. Glad I didn't ruin it on live. All right, let me do a quick back taxi here, and I'll vacate that runway for you. Oh, never mind. There's the taxiway all the way over here. Okay, no, we're good.
Yeah, bro. Had 2 or 3 wins on it so far. I'm glad it's back. Favorite map ever. Yeah, dude. I gotta get it back on it. Ever since I saw that Rebirth Island is back, I'm like, yeah, I definitely need to get back on it. All right, so it looks like we're lined up. Looks like we're ready to switch over to approach mode. Let's see if it'll pick it up. Approach. Oh wait, that's wow, Christian. That's the autopilot. Good one, buddy. This is the approach button, which we are a little high. Let's see if it picks it up. If it doesn't, it's my fault because I just turned off the autopilot by accident. So I'm gonna go ahead and disconnect the autopilot, go idle, because that was my mistake, 100%.
All right, there's Captain Flacco on the approach. So yeah, I floated a little bit down, like over halfway of the runway, but it was slow enough to where I could hit the brakes and vacate safely.
Nice.
The scenery's not bad, man. Looks pretty good.
All right.
All right, I'm gonna get the parking brake on here, and I'm gonna take the camera down to the runway so we can see Captain Flacco bring that Phenom in. There we go.
All right. I got control. Got the good old 500 yell. Alright. Sure, we clear these trees. Of course, there's a beautiful tree right there. Thank you, Microsoft. Bring the nose up. Easy.
Nice, nice.
There we go. Touchdown. Bring the nose down. There's no reverse thrust on this one, so lead off speed. Hit the brakes. Slow this bad boy down. Put our turn signal to the left. And get out of the runway. Butter, that's right, Nick. Back to the butter landings.
All right,
Sweet.
let's continue.
Oh, sweet.
Yep, let's continue taxiing.
Go ahead, I'll let you go. All right, let's go ahead and retract these flaps.
All right, I think that's the FBO over there. It looks like some type of hotel or something there, so I'm gonna go over there.
Yeah, ascend it. Oh, sweet. Love how the taxiway turns into grass.
Exactly as you said it, I
Then
had the same
taxi.
thing.
Then grass. Not a problem.
Crossing a
Here we
runway.
Here, all terrain, you know.
Yeah, the Phenom100 EV stands for extravehicular. Oh yeah, look at this little FBO here. And if you guys look at all those weird geometry shapes, don't ask me, just ask whoever the developer is. But it is freeware, so we can't complain.
Absolutely, yeah. We downloaded this freeware scenery for this airport, so it's pretty nice that they actually have something, at least something here. Go ahead and cross this runway. It's my air simulator, my airfield. Do what I want.
Amen, hallelujah. All right, I'm gonna bring it around here, and we're gonna park ourselves. Ooh, I can see your shadow on the building. That's pretty cool.
Bring it around town. All right. Little airport lighting here in the middle of the taxiway. Not a problem at all. Gotta pay attention to those NOTAMs. Around.
All right. Parking brake. Let's get some chocks on.
There's Gonzo. Let me avoid him and go wide. Hey, you found it. What was it? Oh man, that's funny. I called it too. I said, watch, it's gonna show up in hers. That's funny. Let me park the plane here.
That's awesome. So because I enabled my chocks, I see you taxiing with a set of chocks on.
I figured.
It looks awesome.
Let's see. All right, I think that's pretty close. A little more.
There you go. What chocks? I don't know about chocks.
Close enough. All right.
All
Let's
right.
set our parking brake. Let's bring up this little menu here and turn on, not turn on, but enable our chocks. Chock set, beautiful. And let's go ahead and shut her down.
All right. First things first, let's go ahead and set those engine stop switches to stop. Turn off the engine ignitions. I'm going to go ahead and kill my fuel pumps as well. Set them to off. I'm going to go ahead and turn off the passenger seat belt signs. Hydraulic pump going to off.
Yes. Off. Luckily, we didn't have any icing conditions.
I know. And while that's powering down, I'm going to go ahead and open up the PAX cabin door so they can get a breath of fresh air here and step outside.
There we go. When I rarely fly on here, I mainly still fly the F-35 and the F-15. Nice, dude. Kai says he's on final now. Nice. Very nice, sir. All right. Go ahead and tell somebody to connect the GPU.
Yep.
Sweet. Open our cargo doors. Cargo doors are open. Sweet.
Yep.
All right, everything looks like it's on the off norm condition. Let's go ahead and shut off these generators.
Yep. Strobe lights are off. Make sure taxi lights, all that good stuff is off.
All right. GPU available. Thank you, sir. Batteries off. All right. And at this point, we won't put covers on because they'll probably melt. So, I mean, don't ask me how I know this. We have had a few people take it upon themselves to find out the hard way. Oh, man. Anyways, there you guys have it. Pretty short leg from Beaufort, whatever you want to call it, to Brunswick. The next hop will be a little more extended. It'll be from here, from Brunswick, all the way down to somewhere in the west coast of Florida. I've got to double check the flight plan. But yeah, it'll be pretty interesting. Christopher Lopez, thanks for tuning in, bro. Appreciate you, man. But yeah, anyways, also it helped that we use these pretty quick jets too. So definitely helped us get here a lot quicker.
Yeah, I say for the next leg, we should just take a good challenge and load up some BBJs and, yeah, make that trip.
I like that. I like that. Yeah, I like that. I like that. All right, well, do you have any closing arguments that you want to present to the jury?
Negative Ghost Rider, no, man, like I said, definitely for the, those of you guys watching that are part of the sim community and all that, definitely check out the Cockspur Phenom100. Like I said, from two guys that have worked on these birds, and Flacco still works on them daily, this is pretty close to the real thing. So I haven't flown the thing. I don't know how it compares to the actual real thing flying, but for the most part, every panel, every switch, circuit breaker, etc., I've touched, I've installed before, and this is awesome, guys. So check it out. And again, yes, stay tuned for our next leg, which will be the next Saturday, like Flacco said, and we'll see what airplane we decide to get on that. We're going to try to vary it up a little bit, keep it exciting, do some new stuff every time, and keep you guys entertained. So thank you for watching, and yeah, that's all I've got.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe one of these legs we'll do it. We'll pick up some fighters and and fly formation or something like that to our next destination. But yeah, we'll keep it interesting in the aircraft selection and stuff like that, like Gonzo said. So yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. I appreciate it. This was a short one, so as you were with your regular scheduled lives. And yeah, we'll catch you on the next one. Stay tuned. We'll bring in some details soon on the next flight. And yeah, thanks for tuning in. Cue the outro. Here we go.
All
See you
right.
guys.
See ya.
As always, happy flight.
There's a world out there. A world. Thank you for choosing that Flight Sim channel. We invite you to our next stream as we take the skies once again. Until next time, and as always, happy flying. Waiting for you to leave your mark. Question is, are you ready for takeoff? To see places you never imagined. We fly so you can touch the sky. Captain Flacco invites you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the views as we take the skies. Welcome to That Flight Sim channel.